462 is the invitation that I would like you to have open. It's an old one that you know will work till Jesus comes. It only has 2 stanzas. We'll sing them both, sing them fast, and go home after the business. Thank you for being here, all of you. Luke chapter 17, words of Jesus, a story that Jesus told to his disciples and is telling that to you, to me. Suppose, Luke 17:7, suppose one of you had a servant plowing or looking after the sheep. Would he say to the servant when he comes in from the field, "Come along now, sit down and eat"? Would he not rather say, "Prepare my supper, get yourself ready, wait on me while I eat and drink. After that, you may eat and drink"? Would he thank the servant because he did what he was told to do? So you also, when you have done everything you were told to do, should say, "We are unworthy servants. We have only done our duty." I won't tell you his name. You might think you know him. But I would really surmise that you could wait years and years and you wouldn't guess who this was. But I was in a restaurant with a man. He came to the church I served once in a while. Not often. Wasn't a member. And he asked me the strangest question that should have startled me, but I listened. What can I do? How can I be a deacon in your church? Whoa, I got a list that long, but thinking I could read to him. I said, well, I'll tell you what. You might start with being a member of the church and coming to it. Pretty good start. By the way, have you noticed? All 6 of our deacons are here today. I'm not going to say thank you. You're doing your duty. That's what Jesus said. But the man said, how can I be a deacon in the church you serve? Start with a profession of faith, with membership, and participating in the church. That's a good start. Any deacon here that's not a member of this church, any deacon here that doesn't come, any deacon here that doesn't participate, don't think so, and ain't going to be either. That's number 1. Number 2, you want to be a deacon? Show leadership skills that the congregation, not the pastor, show skills of leadership and activity that the congregation sees and invites you to be one. And number 3, and this is the important one, it overshadows the other 2. Be a member, show skills that the congregation sees. But number 3, live the kind of life for Christ that people outside of the church can see and respect you for. To me, that's the most important deacon. He did not become a member. He did not come back and hear me preach. So what? It's just a matter of doing your duty. And not deacons only. Of those three things, being an active part of the church, showing some skills of leadership that the congregation notices, and respect outside the church, of those three, I'll tell you, I don't do well on the third one myself. Very much. I confess that. And it's the most important. Doing duty. You got somebody working for you on the farm or somebody working for you on your job. If they're just doing their job, that's what it is. And you just say, thank you for doing that. It's expected. And there are some things about church that's just expected. And even Jesus isn't going to necessarily have to say thank you for it. You know, sometimes we think God owes us everything. You owe me, God. There is a story in the New Testament about that, the 15th chapter of Luke. You know the story of the prodigal son. The son of the father gets his money, heads out, blows the whole bankroll, gets into trouble, gets hungry, comes back home hungry. The father accepts him. But the older brother got angry. Look what my brother did. And you welcome him back. But me, I did the job. I did the work. I carried on. I did everything right. You don't say thank you to me. You say thank you to him and show him a party. He got angry. You sometimes think that God owes us something. You see them quite a bit. You've heard it on television, sometimes in the pulpit, maybe here. If you just sow the seed, if you just put it in the plate, God is going to just bless you. Yes, the Bible does teach that God will bless you when you are faithful, of course. But isn't that like a quid pro quo? Isn't that like, I'll do for you, God, if you'll do for me. I'll do for you and expect you to do for me. When we give anything, do anything, any labor, any service, any duty, any ministry at all, God will reward us. But we don't have any right to expect it. We don't have any right to demand it. He could say to us, you're just like unprofitable servants. Do your job. Hush up and go on and keep doing it. Man had tried so hard to serve the Lord. He did everything right. He lived a good, clean life. He was a good church member, a good Christian. He did everything. And his little son died of a disease. Look what you did. I did everything right. Look what you did. Look what you did to me. And he blames God for the death of the child. God does not necessarily bless you because you deserve it. He blesses you because he loves you. And that's the only reason. The only reason at all. God owes me nothing, but I owe God everything. I had to learn it. You had to learn it. Some of you had to learn it when you were in the military service. When you got to a new place of service, a new camp, a new place where you had to work, the first thing that you would do is go to the officer and say, "Reporting for duty, sir." And all we can do is come before God's presence and say, "Reporting for duty, sir." It's expected. One of the best studies we had in this church is when David taught the book of Job. But remember in that very first chapter, all the angels had gathered together into heaven. Satan, one of the angels, he was there. And the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? Job was a good man. He did everything right that he could. Prayed, worshiped, acted, did his duty. Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He's blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." Does Job fear God for nothing? Satan replied. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything? You have treated him, you have put a wall there so nothing's going to hurt him. You're bribing him. You're bribing him to be good." God does not bribe you to be good. He does not bribe you to go to church. He does not bribe you to be a deacon or a preacher. He does not give you things to get you to do something. He gives you things because he loves you and for no other reason. No other reason at all. There is a relationship between a servant and a master that is taught in God's Word. There is a relationship between you and the Master Christ, and it's taught. It's taught. How are you going to sum the whole matter up? Same way Ecclesiastes. He didn't know he was going to refer to this in his lesson this morning, but in Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty. 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 This is the whole duty of man. He doesn't have to say thank you. He just says, "I love you. I love you so much." We'll work until Jesus